started Past about 3 years ago. We're 4 best friends. We grew up working at Antique Plaza, which is our sister store 2 doors down. In high school and college, we were all together. We had a passion for vintage, and we thought we would open a store together.
One of the questions we often get is what's the difference between antique and vintage? It may vary depending on who you ask, but we basically believe that antique is when it's 100 years or older, whereas vintage is anywhere in that 20 to 100 year mark.
One of the great things about vintage is you don't have to use what that item specifically was made for. So you could use a ladder maybe as a display, or a dresser as a changing table for your child. A card catalog could become a jewelry display or organizer as well. Or an army cot could become a bench inside your entryway.
One of the things I love about working here and owning this shop is helping people find the right piece for their spot. And I use my design eye to try to figure out the piece that would work well with their existing pieces to make sure that it can incorporate in their home while still bringing that vintage flair.
We get customers from every age group. It's becoming more and more popular to bring it into your home. A little piece here or there when you're decorating your first apartment or your house. We get a lot of interior designers looking for a unique piece that they can't find at the big box store. And I think their clients really appreciate to have something unique and of their own that no one else has.
It's great when you have kids coming in with their adults. We have old typewriters that we get to kind of show them and tell them how it's used, and even cameras with lenses and film and old photographs, black and white photographs. It's kind of neat to see that.
I think a good starter vintage item is some of our quirkier pieces, like a little brass animal or a little kind of maybe strange but adorable framed portrait, where it just adds something unique and quirky to your house that might have more big box items in it. It just helps you stand out from your friends.
One of the reasons I like coming to work here at Past is I get to work with 3 of my best friends. After a long week at our full-time jobs, we get to come here, create, play, and shop, and it's just kind of a great thing to do all together.
I love being a co-owner of this shop, and one of the things I love is meeting people from all over the world. We've had customers from Japan, from Europe, and obviously different states in the United States as well that just travel the country looking for items that they just can't find in their hometown.
So we invite you to come down to Past and Antique Plaza and spend the day with us.
To find your next vintage treasure.